Hello, children. This is lesson 4, and our target, our objective is distinguish one's own point of view from that of the narrator or those of the characters. So you are going to decide if your point of view, that means what you think, is the same as the narrator, that means the person telling the story, or if it's the same as the characters, or if you think something different. Think of these questions while we read. Number 1, how do readers identify central messages in literary texts and main ideas in informational texts? Number 2, how do writers use details, text features, and illustrations to convey main ideas? And today we're going to read chapter 1 of Treasure in the Trees. This is our new story. Think about this question while you listen to the story. What kinds of things is Nisha feeling worried about? Nisha is the main character of the story we're going to read today. Listen for things that she is feeling worried about. Treasure in the Trees, written by Christopher Chang, illustrated by Erica Meza. This is a chapter book, so today we're going to read chapter 1, The Secret. Chapter 1, The Secret. Nisha stood under the shelter of her tree, deep in the backyard, and looked up. She had a secret in her tree, but nobody believed the truth, except maybe her dog Scruggs. Nisha sat down beside the gnarled tree trunk. She had a decision to make. Should she go ahead with her plan to try to tell her parents the secret again and risk their scowls of disbelief? Or just give up? I want you to pay attention to the word gnarled. Gnarled means twisted. Look at this tree trunk, how it's twisted and gnarled. And scowls means a face that you make when you're upset or angry. So we already can tell one of Nisha's worries. She's worried that her parents are going to scowl and be upset or angry when she tells them her secret. To be honest, it really wasn't a hard decision to make. She had to try and show her parents one last time, and then maybe somehow they would save the tree and her secret. Nisha had tried hard to get proof, real scientific proof. She had taken photos and made written observations. She had tried to make them just like the scientific notes Dr. Robinson had shown her class in his science laboratory. There's that special word, observations. She wrote down what she saw, what she noticed. Then again, Nisha's parents knew that she was really good at manipulating images on the computer. She had even once placed her grandparents' heads on the bodies of 2 giant tortoises. Nisha thought it was hilarious, but her parents had banned her from using the computer for a week, except for schoolwork. And look, you can tell Nisha is feeling very upset when she's remembering that. And you can see how she manipulated the pictures of her grandparents. That means she changed the pictures to make it look like they were turtles. This time she would have to convince her mom and dad that her proof was real. Not only would she have to present her scientific evidence, but she would also have to show them her secret. She remembered what Dr. Robinson had said to the class. Science can reveal the truth, but until people see with their own 2 eyes, they won't believe. The next problem was getting her parents' attention. Before they had opened the shop, Nisha's parents always had time for her. Now they were hardly ever at home. We might have bitten off more than we can chew, Nisha sometimes heard her father say when he got home after a long day at the shop. Her mother always replied, "It will all be fine, if we can survive until the end of the month." The months were going by, though, and things weren't getting better. Nisha's dad used to love cooking meals for them, but now they had frozen dinners instead. He was always too tired to cook. Nisha's mom never had any time to go shopping with her. Nisha didn't like shopping now anyway. Thankfully, she still had her trusty spaniel Scruggs, and of course, her secret. But tonight, Nisha would be sharing her secret. and not just with her mom and dad. The property developer would be back later. When he first came to the door in September, Nisha's parents had thought he was the answer to all their problems. That was when Nisha's problems really started. And that's the end of chapter 1. So think about, what are some things that Nisha is feeling worried about? And tell somebody, the person sitting next to you, when they get finished listening to the story, tell them what you think she's feeling worried about. And be ready to discuss these questions. These are the things we're going to talk about together. Number 1, according to the text, why isn't Nisha sure what to do about her secret? So think about that. Why is she worried about telling her parents? Number 2, why does Nisha think it will be hard to convince her parents if she reveals her secret? Show me where the text says so. Be ready to talk about that. Why does Nisha think she has to try really hard to convince her parents to believe her? Think about something that maybe she has done in the past that makes her parents not believe the things that she tells them now. Number 3, when does Nisha decide that she should reveal her secret instead of keeping it for herself? And number 4, what do you think Nisha's secret might be, and why is it so important to her? And I'm really excited to hear your answer to number 4. What do you think her secret is, and why is it important? Okay, thank you for listening. You can go on to the next assignment now.